ALPHAFLY Next Percent 2 now serves the future of runners at all levels. That's what Nike had to say about the ALPHAFLY 2. I want to do a short review, short and snappy, so if you haven't got much time, you can decide whether this is the racing shoe for you. Let's dive straight in with the weight. 277 grams for a UK size 10. That's 22 grams heavier than the version 1. I already thought the version 1 was a little bit heavy for a racing shoe, yet still a really efficient shoe. But 22 grams heavier. I certainly felt it on my runs. I've done 3 sessions in the shoe, and it is fast, but that weight frustrated me, especially on the bits where I was going slightly uphill and the weight counts for more. Put this into context, my Clifton 8s are lighter than this. Pretty much all my Easy Day shoes are lighter than the ALPHAFLY 2. What does that mean? It just means it feels a bit sluggish on foot. It feels a bit heavier. But you gotta remember, there's so much technology in this shoe that it's still a very fast option. The next thing that's really noticeable about running in the ALPHAFLY 2 is they are less bouncy than the version 1. And I'll tell you why. The foam is slightly firmer. I don't know if you noticed the difference between Vaporfly version 1 and 2. The foam got a little bit firmer. Well, the same's now happened in the ALPHAFLY. It's a little bit firmer. It's still a really soft, bouncy shoe. Look at all that foam. There's so much foam. But it's just not as bouncy and as soft as the first version. I've put one of each on both feet, and the difference is remarkable. You can really feel that it's a firmer shoe. Doesn't mean it's worse, it's just a different ride to the first version. That brings me onto the drop. The drop has gone from 4mm to 8mm. To be honest, Nike released the first version and said it was 4mm. I've measured it a million different ways and can't see how that's possible. I still think that was also 8mm. So unless they can release some document, prove me wrong, I don't think there's been much change in the drop. The curved carbon fiber plate in this is really snappy. You do notice that. And when you get going in these shoes, they are fast and they feel a little bit more aggressive than that first version on the toe off. Maybe a little bit of that's due to the extra Zoom X foam they've put under the pod, or as Andy, the Forest Dean runner, thinks, maybe that's just to protect them from popping, as many of the version 1 pods popped and people were sending their shoes back. The fit is a boring topic, but it's quite important. One of the good things about this shoe, in the first version, lots of people, including me, had a bit of overhang at the arch. The foot would like hang over and it would dig in and be quite uncomfortable. Well, the version 2 has fixed that. There's a lot more foam under the arch area so you don't overhang and dig in, making it a much more comfortable ride, a more comfortable shoe. One of the things that Nike wanted with the ALPHAFLY 2 is to make it a stable, comfortable ride for that marathon type race. And I think they've succeeded in that. It's got a wider heel, it's got more support under the arch, and it just feels like a good marathon shoe, which is gonna last the distance, comfortable, loads of foam. Yeah, a fast marathon racer. Whilst we're talking about fit, it was difficult to get on. I was yanking at these pull tags to get the shoe on. However, by my third run, it really has loosened up, so I don't think that's a major issue. It's just initially you start to think, am I even gonna get to try these shoes? But once you're in, the lockdown is pretty good. Let's quickly talk about the outsole. This has changed. There is now a thinner rubber. I think that saves some weight. I haven't run in wet conditions, so I'm not sure about grip, but it feels pretty good. But still a very loud, slappy shoe. But when you've got your headphones in, you don't notice. And also, there's a bit more cutaway, and I'm assuming, again, this is to save shape. Very similar to the ALPHAFLY version 1, but a few slight design variations. So we can talk fit and specs of the shoe all day long, but what really matters is how does it perform. So I've taken the ALPHAFLY 2 out on 3 sessions now, and it's performed really well. It feels very efficient. As with the ALPHAFLY version 1, that's the most efficient shoe I own, which is why I do so many races in it. I actually prefer running in the Vaporfly. It's a bit lighter and it feels more like a traditional shoe than the ALPHAFLY, but the ALPHAFLY is so efficient. I think the version 2 is also very efficient. I've done some testing on the treadmill and the data compares really favorably with the version 1. But it is slightly heavier, and I did notice that. I noticed especially going uphill. It frustrated me because I like my race day shoes to be light. I want to feel fast, and I didn't feel fast putting the ALPHAFLY version 2 on. Once you get going in them, they are quick, and you do feel that snappy plate on the toe off. But they are still a big shoe on foot and a little bit clunky to run in. For me, that weight of a UK size 10 of 277 grams heavier than my Easy Day shoes. Don't believe sites like Sports Shoes that said a UK 10 is 230 grams. I don't know why they've put that on there. Probably just a mistake, but a little bit misleading, as this shoe is not a light racing shoe, but it is a fast racing shoe. It's more comfortable than the version 1, but I'm not really looking for comfort, to be honest. I'm looking for performance. I'm looking to enjoy the shoe. And would I upgrade? Probably not. It's £275 on the Nike app when you can get it. It's sold out at the moment. It retailed at £270 in many of the UK retailers, and with a code you can get the price a little bit down on that. But still, I've picked up Alphafly on sale for considerably cheaper. And then when you compare it to Vaporfly and Metaspeed, you just have other options out there which are really fast, really comfortable, really snappy, that just come in a little bit cheaper. I'll finish this review by saying, if I'm honest, I wanted to love the Alphafly 2. I loved the version 1, it was so efficient, my favorite shoe, just amazing for marathons, amazing for half marathons, but this is a little bit heavier and less soft and bouncy. Like, I don't think that takes away much from the efficiency, but I had fun in the version 1, bouncing along the road, having fun in it, whereas this one was a little bit firmer and it just wasn't for me. Thanks for watching this shoe review. I hope you've enjoyed. Let's see if we can make the next one even shorter as we continue our quest to find the perfect running shoe. Let me know down in the comments if there's any shoes you'd like me to review, and I'll see you next time.